What's going on, you guys? It's Ant, and yeah, UFC 272 just happened about half an hour ago. Here's my honest thoughts. It was boring, but, well, not the whole pay-per-view, but the main event was pretty boring, just because the main event didn't live up to the hype. But in a way, it kind of did, because a lot of people predicted the way it was going to happen. Jorge Masvidal got dominated by Colby Covington throughout the whole fight. There was really only one instance. Sorry, let me turn this off real quick. There was only one instance where Colby got rocked, and that was pretty much it. The whole fight was pretty much a wrestling match between two guys, and obviously one guy was more dominant and better. I'm not gonna dig on Colby. A lot of people have been kind of saying that this was a boring fight, and to me it was. Obviously we were kind of thinking that they were just gonna have an all-out war, but they didn't. It kind of went, even though I predicted Jorge winning, which is kind of funny looking back at it. Why did I think that? I should have said that Colby was easily going to win by decision, which is what happened. He dominated pretty much every single round. ESPN went out during the second round of the fight, so I don't even know who really won that round, so I can't even tell you who won that round. There was only one instance to me that Jorge had a really good moment, and that was in the fourth round where he rocked him. And that was pretty much it. Other than that, Jorge got dominated every single round for the most part. He got taken down, he got grounded and pounded. That kind of sounded bad, but I'm not even gonna, whatever. And that was pretty much it. For pretty much five straight rounds, Jorge Masvidal just got dominated. How does my hair look, by the way? I feel like my hair looks terrible, but that's besides the point. You know what? Be right back. I'm gonna get a hat, because I feel like my hair looks terrible. Holy shit. Y'all gonna roast me for my freaking hair, bro. Hell no. So anyway, back to it. So, what's next for both guys? I'm gonna kind of do a quick review just to get this video out as quickly as I can. This is my honest first thoughts after the pay-per-view. Colby obviously should fight somebody in the top 5 in the welterweight division. He called out Dustin Poirier, but listen, here's what I gotta say. If I'm Dustin Poirier, are you taking the fight that is a lot tougher, is probably not going to sell as much pay-per-views, you're not going to get paid as much, compared to if you fight Nate Diaz, where you're probably going to get paid a lot more. You're going to do a lot of more numbers, and I honestly genuinely think that Nate Diaz versus Dustin Poirier would do a lot more numbers than Dustin Poirier versus Colby Covington. Which we're gonna end the fight is easier. It's an easier fight. I think Nate Diaz is the easier fight, obviously. Can we all agree? Is a wrestler who can probably dominate you throughout the whole time. Charles Oliveira, pretty much, I don't know who's a better wrestler, to be honest, between the two, between Colby and Charles. But obviously, both of them are not easy fights. Nate is an easier fight because, even though he sometimes wrestles with people, he likes to do some jiu-jitsu and stuff like that, he's going to probably keep it standing. So, which fight would you rather have? You're probably going to get paid more with Nate Diaz. So do the Nate Diaz fight, in my honest opinion. And I'm more intrigued with that fight than I am with the Colby fight, especially after this fight. I really don't care. Colby, could fight. I honestly will be intrigued with him, and if Khamzat Chimaev gets the win in his next fight, I'll be intrigued with that fight. But that's pretty much it. Everything else with Colby, I really don't care, because he's not on Kamaru Usman's level. Really nobody is, to be honest with you. The only person that we think is on Kamaru Usman's level is maybe Khamzat, if he's able to dominate Gilbert Burns in this next fight. And if he does get a fight with Colby, we're going to see if he's actually on the level of, if he's a top 2 fighter in the welterweight division. If Khamzat's able to beat Gilbert Burns and then Colby Covington, that fight needs to be made as soon as possible. really. Obviously, Leon is the next guy. Leon Edwards is the next guy for the title shot. I don't care what anybody says, but listen, from here on out, I mean, listen, you're going to have the fight in April between Khamzat and Gilbert Burns. Hopefully that fight stays intact. And then not Gilbert, but Khamzat Chimaev will probably be ready later on in the year. And same thing with Colby Covington, and they can do that fight too. And I think Colby will be intrigued with that fight because, I mean, he's not going to get a title fight. I honestly don't think so. He got 2 opportunities, and he lost on both occasions. So, yeah, why would you do that fight? You know, a lot of Colby fans are going to be mad at me. I don't really care. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Anyway, let's get into the other parts of the card. The co-main event, it was okay. Pretty predictable. RDA dominated throughout the whole fight and won the fight. Moicano gets a lot of respect from me, from pretty much everybody, because he stepped up on short notice and was able to... I mean, he got dominated too, you know, and his eye was just jacked up. It was really bad. And, you know, at least he lasted the whole 5 rounds, which this fight shouldn't have been 5 rounds, to be honest with you. Just should have put this as a 3-round fight. I understand that this was between Fiziev or Fiziev. I don't know how you say his last name, Fiziev. I think that's how you say his last name. You know, this was supposed to be a 5-round fight between RDA and Rafael Fiziev. And obviously that fight didn't happen. And this is what we got. I mean, listen, impressive that he went all 5 rounds with RDA, where RDA probably could have stopped him on multiple occasions. The doctor could have stopped it on multiple occasions because his eye was just jacked up. So, whatever fight, in my honest opinion. What was the third fight? It was Edson Barbosa versus Bryce Mitchell. Dominant performance, by the way. I believe it was 3 out of 5 in my predictions. You know, was that 60%? Whatever. Bryce Mitchell did what I thought he was going to do, pretty much take Edson Barbosa down and continue to just ground and pound and just dominate him, take him down. You know, he did rock him in the first round, and yeah, that was pretty much it. Edson really couldn't do much. Yeah, I mean, it was an okay fight. I mean, it was whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, the main card, honestly, to me, was disappointing. It didn't live up to the expectations that it did. I mean, obviously, some fights got cut. Some fights were not able to happen because of, you know, injuries or obviously illnesses. You know, I believe Fiziev got COVID and stuff like that. But still, this fight, I really didn't have a whole lot of hype for it. But, you know, it kind of went as expected, to be honest with you. Decent fight, and shout out to him donating half of his purse to his to like a foundation in Arkansas. Shout out to Bryce Mitchell for that one. Honestly, I got a lot of respect for him. The other fights, what happened before? Oh, this fight, to me, the best fight on the main card. Alex Oliveira versus Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland, that second round looked fantastic. He flipped a switch that he should have flipped, in my honest estimation. He did what he needed to do to win that fight in that second round. He caught Alex Oliveira with a great shot, and he pretty much ground and pounded him. He had great ground and pound, and it was fantastic. It was a great first round. It was a little rough. He got taken down many times, and he almost looked like he got caught with a rear naked choke, but he got out of it, and he was able to retaliate. And in that second round, he caught him, and he was able to finish the fight. I'm very, very impressed with Kevin Holland. The way he was able to kind of bounce back from that first round, where it really wasn't the you know, Joe Rogan and Michael Bisping, you know, they were kind of saying that, you know, that he was having like a bad first round. You know, it was kind of like a filling out process for, obviously, like, he could have got caught and knocked out by Alex Oliveira at many occasions, but it's not like it was a horrible round for Kevin Holland. He didn't get dominated by Alex Oliveira in that first round. He caught him with some decent shots. He got him with really good leg kicks. So I don't understand why they were saying, like, oh, you know, this was a bad game plan from Kevin Holland. He was just trying to, you know, get points. He was trying to strike him. And maybe he was doing a little too much. He was, you know, putting himself in vulnerable positions, you know. But still, I mean, he didn't do obviously the greatest in round 1, but in round 2, you saw what happened. He was aggressive, and he was able to catch him with a good shot, and he took him down, and he ground and pounded him and got the finish. He called out, I guess, Donald Cerrone. No. I don't know who he should fight next, to be honest with you, but Cowboy, honestly, his next fight should be his last fight. Cowboy should not even probably be fighting anymore, if I'm being honest. This next fight against Joe Lauzon, I think, should be his final fight in UFC. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Kevin Holland, great performance, and I'm happy. I was very excited when he got that finish. I was very happy about that because that was one of the people that I really wanted to see win tonight. So yeah, happy about that. Let's get into the first fight that happened on the main card. Greg Hardy should get released. Please, go to Bellator, go to PFL, go to wherever, go to NFL. You're probably not good enough for the NFL. Go somewhere else. You're not obviously good enough to be in the UFC. You got dominated in this fight. I picked you to win. Stupidly, I picked him to win this fight, and he got dominated. No. Bro, you're done. Like, you're 4-4 in the UFC. You got knocked out badly in your last fight. You got ground and pounded badly in this fight. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, bro. Yeah, this experiment should be done. Please. No more Greg Hardy, okay? Please. Just release him. Let him do his own thing. Let him, I don't know, make a podcast or something. I don't care. Listen, do other things. Go to Bellator, work on your game, and maybe you can come back to the UFC with a better game plan. But right now, you're not, bro. I mean, listen, you can tell that he's an amateur. He's not good enough to be in the UFC, especially on the main card where other fights in the prelims could have been on the main card, but you decided to put Greg Hardy just because of name value. Listen, name value, it doesn't matter. I mean, it kind of does, but it doesn't at the same time. If you are not that good of a fighter, you shouldn't be on the fight card. Period. Greg Hardy's done. I'm going to apologize to Sergey. I disrespected him in my predictions. I will never disrespect him ever again. I'm going to give him all the respect. He did a hell of a job. He did what he needed to do to get the win. He's going to go on and face whoever, okay? But Greg Hardy, listen, bro. I'm just keeping it real. You just need to go somewhere else, okay? And that's pretty much it. Just go do something else. But the UFC, you're not cut out for it, my guy. So that's pretty much it. If you guys like the video, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys with a new video soon. Peace.